What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are here at the lovely and beautiful New London Tech, and this will probably be the last time that I actually play this. Wow, they actually do have T signs right before the course goes away. Interesting. I have a very unique opportunity, and that is to play this course with snow on the ground. So it doesn't matter how windy and how cold it is. Starting temperature is 28 degrees. Doesn't matter what the weather is, we're gonna play this course. This happens to be on my birthday, so on this same day, the day that I'm filming this, not the day this is coming out, the day that I'm filming this, 19 years ago, I got my first disc golf discs. So hopefully we can have a good fun time out here. I'm gonna go 2 off the first. We're gonna go Halo Valkyrie, and then we're gonna go Hex off of hole number 1. 395 with a bit of a tailwind, so let's see how well they can handle. Okay, that's safe. See if we can keep it a little bit closer inside with the Hex. And with the ice skip, we're gonna get way down there. Might even have a putt for a 2. I love these wintertime, like mid-morning, which in normal year is super early morning. With the shadows, especially if there's snow, it's so pretty out here. Oh boy. And they're gonna slide so far because of the ice. Oh. Well, good way to save a par on the first hole. And yes, we are putting with premium plastic. There is no base plastic in the bag right now. It is too cold for that. Hole 2 is par 4, 970. Hopefully the tee pads will be a little bit grippier later on, so we'll be able to actually open up. As it is, I'm just throwing a 9-speed, just try to get some distance down the fairway with the Valkyrie. This, until it starts to warm up just a little bit, we're going to be playing a little bit more fairway golf and trying to play it safe. So Valkyrie, try to get it to flip up just a little bit though. Oh, that might be perfect, and it might be just a little bit too far left. And go the safer play for par play and just pitch a putter out to the fairway. I mean, it could have gone better, but we're in the fairway. That's what we want. This fairway is a little icy right now, so we're gonna have to go standstill. We need a hyzer flip and getting close to 400. So we're gonna go with the Vanish and hope that I'm able to connect with it just well enough. Well, I came out with a fine amount of power. I just, because of where the ice was, I was stepped, and then I threw it low, and that's on me. All right, gotta get out to the basket to save a bogey. So, there's nothing. Almost. Well, still a chance for a long putt, but knowing how I'm putting on the 1 hole so far, this is probably gonna be a double bogey. So maybe we should just cut our losses. Now, I'm gonna do something that probably none of y'all saw coming. I'm gonna horseshoe putt with the fireball and hope that I stick into the ice. Or skip right up to the basket. Because sometimes landing flat and softly isn't what's going to put you next to the basket. Scratch that. Triple bogey, but that's fine because I don't necessarily care what my score is. I do want to play well, but I'm more concerned about playing in the snow, and that's really why I'm here. Okay, finally cleaned off enough of the tee pad for me to feel safe about throwing a firm shot. This says 385, but with as far as the ice has been making everything slide, and even with the tailwind, we're gonna go hex. I think if I just throw it hard and flat, it should turn and drift a little bit, following the fairway. And then slide. Oh, that might have slid far enough. So I threw it super low to control the nose angle to keep it drifting, and it hit about 100 feet that way and slid all the way to here. Sometimes you're playing the course and not the course, if you know what I mean. No, not quite. Okay, that's another 3. So we are currently 3 over par after 3 holes, and 2 of those have been pars. 286, par 3. This is hole number 4, though. It's pretty much just straight in line with the fairway, but to avoid some of the trees, it does shape a little bit better for a flex forehand. I'm going to show you guys the magic of the fireball here. I might have thrown it just a tad bit too low. A tad bit too low, but also ice. And then it slid to 30 feet. Oh, sometimes I am on it and sometimes I'm just barely off. We are still 3 over par. Hole number 5 is another par 4, 708. We're gonna get a little bit spicy because we want to try to get a little spicy on this hole. See this right side gap? We're gonna go through that and try to get a little bit of turn out of this Valkyrie. And hopefully we have it stay right enough that it doesn't fade out OB. There's the turn. And that should have flattened out enough to sit flat on the hill. Hopefully we're crossing our fingers. Let's go see where it landed. I haven't played this course that many times, but this is seemingly pretty decent position because we stayed almost on the flat spot of the hill up here towards the top. We're about 400 from the basket. We have a head right to left. So I'm gonna do what I can to just put the PD out there, hopefully get into the gap, and then see if we can make a really long putt. That's not... Sometimes I can be really bad at this. Putting's pretty bad, but if I stop enough, I might have a traction hole. We're gonna go swarm and try to get in there. Give ourselves a look to save a bogey. And flex. Maybe. Let's hope. All right, this is for a bogey. That's gonna be for a double. We cut our losses, we move on, and we try to par the next hole, which is possibly the hardest hole I've ever played. Hole 6 is like 1215, par 5 through the woods. And then with this as the fairway, it's going to be interesting. But we're going to play the fairway, the icy fairway. We're going to go with the hex. And I don't have much of a run up, so I'm just going to kind of stand still and just hope that the skip gets us where we need to go. And hopefully that made it around the corner. Yeah, placement golf. Just throw something you know is gonna get straight to the corner, and if it fades and skips around the corner, even better. We're here, we have a look down the fairway. We're gonna go with the Maxway Valkyrie and try to bite up a little bit of distance, but that back wall is over 500 feet, so I can't reach that even with my distance drivers. Oh, hit a tree, hit something. That one OB. That one OB. Par may not happen. I don't know how I ended up here, but I'm like 2 feet safe. So we're gonna take it, and we're gonna try to get around that last big bushy tree on the left with the balance prototype and just kind of punch it a little bit. Oh no! Might have actually gone through the backside of that stuff. I might have a shot. Okay, let's hope that that stayed safe. It's really hard to see through this wall of bushes. This lucky rock. And there's the flag, so you can tell we're inbound. I cannot believe this round. All right, we got a throw-in chance here, so we're gonna go with this North Cove Z Luna with the money stamp. It's basically a 3-speed glitch. It's hard to beat that shot. Hole 7, 758, it's par 5. It's a weird dog leg mixture of combinations of stuff. We're gonna try to play to the first corner with the Luna. See if we can just park it there and then give. And past the tree. Oh yeah, we're Gucci. I kind of like the higher flexing forehand shot for the Gabrikis here. Oh. Oh, I got gobbled. That's unfortunate. And hopefully we sat down. Oh, the discs are not stopping today. They right now slid straight OB. Double bogey. Hopefully this is where the bleeding stops. Let's stop taking unnecessary bogeys by throwing it OB. Also, this backside is probably going to be a little bit more windy, probably going to be a little less icy, so maybe we throw better. Hole 8, 576, par 4. It is up there through that very tight tunnel of trees. We're going to try to go with the crates, and hopefully we don't hit anything. Icy T-pad, what do you want? Basically had the short T-pad, just a way different angle. Well, turns out foot deep leaves are not very great to plant in either. All right, spicy crumble shot coming off here. You know, all things considered, we're in the fairway. All right, Valkyrie, kind of get me out of the bind here. Yes! Oh, I finally got one to flip up where it needed to be. All right, cut the losses, try to take our bogey, and then move on. Okay, it's a double bogey. That puts us 10 over going into hole 9. Let's try to shoot under par. Let's go from here. Well, we probably won't make it to under par, but let's try to shoot the back 9 under par. Tee pad feels kind of decent. Hole number 9, par 5, 1,234 feet. So it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hole. Let's see if we can put a big old mash out there. We're gonna go mayhem. Try to hug this left side. Because with the weird wind, even if I put it on hyzer, it's probably gonna drift a little bit. Or I just throw a really big pushing hyzer. That's gonna be pretty decent. Yeah, that's fine. I could have thrown that a lot better. You know, mayhem again, since we do have just grass. We have good enough footing and we have a gap we have to hit, which for me typically means that I'm gonna throw further. Come back some. Hit a tree. Maybe. We might have got lucky and stayed safe. We did. We faded just barely enough. We're safe, but we're down in this hollow. We have to throw up and over this. I'm gonna throw at the tree line because with the headwind, this is gonna turn and drift a little bit. As long as I keep it flat enough on the release, we should get it to pull to the basket. That's gonna be too far left. Dang it. I want to have a good throw on this hole. Okay, throw in for birdie, chance, but let's just see if we can put it close enough and take a par. This wind is not cooperating today. Par. Now let's go see if we can throw a really good drive into a headwind. Hole 10 is about 420. It's kind of a headwind, but it's also kind of a crosswind coming off of that side. I don't think I need full PD2 stability, but I've disked down to the next most overstable thing that I own, and that's this yellow or green C-Line DD3. This thing is still pretty much a beefcake, but this crosswind should help to straighten it out. So possibly giving me the distance. It's about 420 downhill. Let's see what we can get with a DD3. Short, really short. Or maybe not really short. I wish I was just a little bit closer. No. That's not easy either. Yeah. Take one wind spit out and call it good because it's my birthday. Hole 11, par 4, 585. This tee pad's rough. We're gonna stand still and just throw the hex again. Similar to hole 6, we just want to kind of stay in the fairway. That's gonna be over in the fairway for the short pad and have a look at the basket. From this point, we're just a little bit too far over, so play for par, try to throw a flex forehand to put it near the mouth of the gap. Go to precision, high right here. Sit down. Okay. That'll be touchy, but it's doable, I think, from over there. This is way more open than I remember it being. Where did all the trees go? I'm not complaining though, because it's much less touchy. Now we have a chance. And that is all about just knowing your stabilities and knowing the angle. You don't have to throw it hard as long as you know that it's going to pan. Hole 12 is a par 3, 343 feet. but we have a little bit of a tail crosswind, so I'm gonna throw the Luna, try to get it through this right side gap, and hopefully it stays on hyzer and just kind of pans left. It's a little bit inside, but I think it has the distance. Touch less hyzer, that would have been perfect. We'd have been up there, instead we're over here. It is what it is. Can we make a magical putt through this window in the trees? Almost. Okay, par. Move on. The next hole, I've never actually gotten decently clean off the tee, so that's going to be the goal. We don't care about getting a good score, just want to not hit the first available tree on the gap. It's just short of 500, slightly uphill. It kind of goes in and then two different fairways make their way back to the basket. Just got to hit this tee though, or this gap. This is what I'm always concerned about. This is what keeps getting in my head. This is why I haven't played the hole well. Let's actually play the hole well today. Oh yes. And I skip so that it doesn't matter if you throw it too low. You either have that or this. This looks more open initially, but then it's tighter. This is actually the fairway. I just didn't quite push far enough. And that's why you play in this icy snow, because sometimes you just throw it. As long as you throw it in the right direction, there's enough snow, it might get there. Boy might have done it that time. Both ends of the spectrum still bad. Well, not terrible, but it's another par. Hole 14, par 3, 387. This tee pad is very, very icy. I have to jam my heels into the ground just to mess with the tripod. It's very icy right here. We're gonna do our best to get down there with the hex. Just hit the gap. If it gets there, perfect. If not, well, it's really icy tee pad. A little bit too overturned, but we'll have a look for a 3, I think. Yeah, icy tee pad. That's kind of what I tell myself on the tee pad, right? So it's really not that big of a deal. Fade, fade, fade. Okay, that's fine. That's par. That's 15 footer. Let's move on. Par is fine. It's starting to get a little annoying, but the course was probably really, really fun to play on yesterday, and today it's just a little too icy. So it happens when it gets down to 22 overnight. Hole 15, it's another par 4, big old dog leg, but the tee shot is very short, and if you throw too far, you overshoot the fairway. So it's more of a placement shot, and then kind of try to go get it on your second throw. I'm gonna try to go hex forehand and just try to control the flip, and it should ride pretty straight, maybe a little bit of a flex, theoretically speaking. It's in the fairway, we can work with that. Placement shot with the fireball, because I can't get off the gap. Yeah, that's fine. See if we can make another par. And what is this? 16? No. This is 15 or 14, which means we still have some holes that we can still birdie. Slightly uphill, don't really know the distance, but we're gonna go with the Luna and throw it good. What am I saying? I don't know. I'm a little tired right now. bogey. Not trending in the right direction, folks. But it's okay, because we're playing New London in the snow. Hole 16 is going to be a little bit of a flex forehand, maybe a hyzer flip to flex forehand if you've got it to about 420. I'm going to try to throw the shot and hope I make it that far. Almost just enough. That's almost pin high, but like 70 to 100, right? No, that's not it. Okay. Puts us to, I think, a total of 11 over par through 16. 2 more holes to play. Let's see what we can do. This white patch right in the middle of the path is just, this makes this tee shot the picturesque winter disc golf tee shot. You've got the spots for your feet that I cleaned out. You've got the space that's just white all the way down the fairway with the shadows. It's so pretty out here. But this hole is a beast. Hole 17, 690, par 4. Best chance I have, I think, is to go with the Valkyrie again. Just try to stay close to the center. Yeah. Good ground play because of the ice, which is one of the reasons to kind of overstride a little bit on the wintry tee pad, is then you throw it into the ground, you get the ground play, and you don't go too far. Think it'll work? Backhand and hyzer flex with the PD. If this is good enough, it's a chance for a 3. That's all I'm saying. Did I do it? I mean, it's a little short, but I hit the line. Just takes me 17 holes to warm up, apparently. All I can think is maybe if I had the PD2, it'd be up there. Or maybe if I threw the DD3, but I should just trust my gut. Throw the disc that throws the shot and deal with the consequences. I wanted the birdie so bad. Hole 18. Hole 18. There's something about just a wide open field of snow and ice in front of me. Brings back a lot of different types of memories, both from disc golfing and from snowboarding, and just it's about the width of the trails that I would snowboard down, but right now it's the width of our fairway. It's about 840 feet. We have a bit of a head cross from left to right wind, so it's going to make this tee shot a little tricky and a little bit difficult. I'm thinking about either Mayhem or Cloudbreaker, and if I just wait for the wind to die down for just a second, we're going to go Mayhem. Fortunately, we can't really get the wind to die down, so we're going to go with this Cloudbreaker. I think I'm just not going to let the wind, we're just going to go ahead and throw. And a little bit more stability should help us get the shot we want. What a kick. I don't know if I could do that again if I tried. Alright, I think this will be the shot where we're going to go Mayhem. The wind has mostly died down. We're also just going to throw it on a steep hyzer, try to push it through this right side, and hopefully it flips up and goes that way. Big skip. Okay, we gotta do something special. Something special we gotta do. First time you're seeing it, first time I'm throwing it. This beautiful gravity bomb has some really cool swirls on the rim, but on this shot I need the PD2 stability so I can throw it on as much anhyzer as possible, get it between these trees, dump back. Hopefully this sea line will just stick into the ice. big scare. That's way too far left. That's not what we want at all. This is to save par and to stay at, I believe, 11 over. Oh wait, I didn't realize there was this gap. I'm gonna throw through this gap. Well, okay, yeah, so we're gonna take a double bogey on this hole, because I'm not gonna make that putt either. So we're gonna finish at 13 over. I know I've shot better in the past, and I know I could shoot better again if it wasn't currently covered in ice and snow, but that time is past us, and this is the last chance we get to play this course in this layout before a whole bunch of stuff changes here. So unfortunately, I think 10 over is the best I've ever shot out here, and that's going to stay the best I've ever shot out here. Hopefully you enjoy content like this. If so, please make sure to like the video. If you want to see new stuff, make sure to comment all of that down below. Please make sure to subscribe. It helps you guys out with these subscriber only giveaways. Definitely helps me out as well. We will be back out at this course once it's reopened with all of the new changes to see what's up. Until next time, see you out on the course.